Not getting enough sleep? You are not alone. According to the CDC, a third of Americans say they don't get the recommended 7 or more hours of shut-eye each night. That has some people turning to over-the-counter pills like melatonin. It's a supplement that's advertised as a sleep aid. Doctors typically recommend adults take no more than 5 milligrams of melatonin a night for a short-term treatment. But there's a new study out, published by the Journal of the American Medical Association, that found by 2018, the percentage of Americans taking more than 5 milligrams tripled from a decade ago. And a previous study found some melatonin supplements contain more than 5 times the amount that's labeled on the bottle. According to the NIH, melatonin is considered a dietary supplement. That means the FDA regulates it less strictly than prescription drugs. Sleep scientist Rebecca Robbins now. She's an instructor in medicine at Harvard Medical School. Rebecca, thank you. You know, a lot more melatonin going down. What's it doing to people's sleep?
Now, melatonin is a hormone that's naturally secreted in the brain. And essentially, when the sun sets in our environment around us and we go into a cool, dark bedroom, melatonin secretes in the brain. That's what allows us to fall asleep. Now, these melatonin tablets that are increasingly common, we see them on the shelves of the drugstores. They're attempting to approximate that process. So in certain conditions, specific sleep disorders and other specific groups, they can be really efficacious. And so, of course, always speak to your doctor. As you said, also keep an eye on the dose. We generally don't recommend more than 5 milligrams. Right. And the key thing with melatonin is really using it in the short term.
Should the FDA step in here and regulate it more?
That's a great idea. As you mentioned, there is really not a lot of regulation around melatonin. So research has shown that when we look at the proportion of melatonin that's in some of the tablets, when we compare what's in the tablets on the shelves to what's on the label, there's actually a huge variation. So we just don't know its purity. If you are taking melatonin, try to make sure it's from a pharmaceutical grade melatonin. That can avoid some of those challenges.
Do we know, have there been enough studies to indicate whether there are long-term effects here and whether people ought to be concerned at all?
Great question. And we don't have good long-term data. So again, really speak to your healthcare provider. Really look at these as a short-term fix if you're experiencing difficulties, and try to get over to the healthy sleep hygiene, making sleep a priority, relaxing and unwinding before bedtime, managing stress over the course of the day can all go a really long way to improving the quality of your sleep.
And don't stare at the phone once you get into bed. Rebecca Robbins, thank you so much.